Friends, I just wanted to do a little review about Spectrum internet service. So I have struggled with Spectrum here in Missoula, Montana for ever since I've ever had them. And uh, and so and part of it may have been my fault. I didn't know that you shouldn't unplug your router. Like, you should only unplug your router once a month. That unplugging damages your router. And I had had problems with my router different times with my Spectrum service, and nobody told me about, powering it down. And you have your computer, your router, you power it down at the end of the night. And anyway, so I made another mistake where I'm moving, and I asked to have my service shut down, and then I realized I shouldn't do it so soon. And so I called to have it turned back on. And apparently when you shut down your service, it damages your router. And so this happened on Friday, and so I spent a while after my first mistake. I talked to another person who said, oh, they're going to escalate it to some high-tech person. And nothing happened. I called the next day, and they said they worked on something and told me they were escalating it. And the next day, today, the internet's still not working. So I call again, and then the lady's like, an order needed to be put in to turn on your service. So I had talked to 3 people who didn't put in that order, or 2 people who, after the first person, who didn't put in the order for the service. They just were telling me that it was escalated, but apparently nothing was done until I talked to this third person. And then I learned that the problem was the router. So I just want to say, with Spectrum, it's the weirdest thing. It's like they won't do their job. They'll tell you they're doing the thing, but they won't do it. And maybe the people that they escalated it to needed to inform somebody, there's nothing we can do, she needs to get a new router. But they don't do it. They leave you at the mercy of your efforts to kind of egg them along. And maybe this is just how business is. Maybe business is we don't have to do our job. We don't have to provide what we're claiming to provide unless you really bother us. And so I'm just and maybe it is just the service they provide in Montana. But if you are a small business, I would not recommend Spectrum. And there's the other telecom, which is Blackfoot, which might be a better service. It's local, and it's twice as expensive. But just the kind of shameless indifference, and just they don't care. I have a business account, and not that should matter. A resident who needs their internet. We all need our internet. So just another kind of depressing thing about internet service, charter spectrum service in Montana. Thanks for watching.